Hey guys, it's Kenz.
And Shell.
Welcome back to the Effortless Podcast. I'm really hoping I have a cough drop in my mouth. I can't stop.
Calf drop.
Calf drop. Can't. I literally can't stop coughing.
I know, but it's like all of a sudden it just came on. I feel like you haven't been like this all day.
Have you been with me all day?
I haven't, but I just know.
I know. I don't know why. It's really hitting.
I feel like you were like kind of sick like a week or two ago, but
I was,
like...
and then I thought it was going away.
Well, Mackenzie has a coughing attack. We feel like this week or like over the past couple days or so, like just like random situations have happened. And so that's what we're going to talk about.
So we don't really have a set topic. We're going to talk about, actually, one of the topics, it's kind of a big topic, is Shelly saving lives around this area.
Where are you going with this? I do not. That is so funny.
Two things.
Saving.
You've saved you have. Are you kidding me?
Are you going to say I've saved a lot of lives?
You legitimately saved neighbor Dennis's life. Was that HIPAA violation? No.
No, he wasn't my patient. I mean, he like kind of, well, no, he wasn't. He was not at the hospital.
Let's preface
it or whatever.
Let's give the story because this is like a good story.
Well, it's funny. It's, well, no, okay.
Well,
it's kind of, it
life.
Is. It's kind of funny, but it's
Did you
more
not
funny.
Save his life?
I mean, we did.
You did.
It was a group effort, but
especially
you. I would like to tell the beginning part because I said it was funny because of Mackenzie. So this is when I lived in California.
First of all, though, Dennis was coming to fix a fence. He was doing something with the fence.
Yeah.
He was putting our fence up or something.
Yeah. So Dennis is Mackenzie's dad's, like he worked for him or something.
Well, no, I think he just made a fence for him.
Oh, but he like knew him or he had done work for him or something because they like knew whatever.
Anyway,
doesn't matter. He was coming to Mackenzie's house to make a fence. I was visiting here from California at the time.
Right.
And so to paint the picture.
Okay, I'll let you paint the picture.
To paint the picture, it was me and Kenz inside and it was just Frankie and Nash. Jovi wasn't born.
Weird, really?
Right?
I think you're right.
No, she wasn't because I was living in California.
So yeah. Wow.
So Jovi wasn't here. That's so weird to think about.
Jovi life. Can't even.
Yeah, what?
Anyways.
So it was just Frankie and Nash.
Making caprese salad.
Yeah, which I always think of that now. And then Greg, Jeff, and Nash were outside because Nash was with the boys.
Like, sitting outside waiting for Dennis to get there.
Yes. So they're on Mackenzie's front porch. So it's just me, Kenz, and Frank's inside. So girls are inside, boys are outside. And we're making food. And then Nash comes busting in the door. He's like panicking.
And Dennis is parked up above my house at my sister's house.
So he had like just arrived.
Like you could see he arrived, but you could also see his truck from like our front steps.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
So he just got there and then Nash comes busts in the door. He goes, Dennis is here. He fell asleep and he's never waking up. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like
straight nurse mode.
I did. I was like, never waking up because Nash was panicking. Like the look on his face. Yeah, he was like urgent.
Know.
And Mackenzie goes, oh, that's nice.
He's tired.
Ken's is like, let him sleep.
I might take a nap too.
And then
so let me just take over the story this point for a second? Until
you can tell the rest of it actually.
That was so rude of me to
No, because
I want both of our perspectives.
I just wanted that part because it was funny because you're like so just like, oh yeah.
I want you to continue your perspective after I give my perspective from here on out because this part's funny. Okay.
Is it?
So I'm just like cutting tomatoes, as I do. I like turn and you're already out the door in full nurse mode. I'm thinking you're wearing like slippers or something.
I put on those Adidas slides that you had just bought me and they were white. And I remember because they got messed up and I was sad.
Out here saving lives. So you are up the hill.
Well, because then I was like out the door and then he's like Shelly.
Yes, because they're just still sitting there like, oh, what's going on with David? But meanwhile, he's been
Dennis. Oh my goodness. I was like,
When did David enter the scene? Okay.
Me too.
Anyways, where were we? Okay.
David or Dennis, we're not sure.
Dennis was slouched over. Yeah. You ran up there and you were like, oh my gosh. And my dad was there with you. Okay, you can actually tell this part of the story, and then I'll tell you go first, and then I'll give my perspective after, actually, because you need to give all the details.
So at this point, I like run up the hill and I go to the side of the truck, and Jeff Mackenzie's dad was opening the door, and I was like asking him like, what's this guy's name? Because I never met this guy. And her dad tells me, and so that I'm like sternal rubbing him like, Dennis, and he's not waking up. So I was like, Jeff, get him on the ground. Like, we need to start CPR, because I felt for a pulse. There was no pulse. Yeah. So then obviously he like had a heart attack or stroke or something. So I'm like, get him on the ground. And he's kind of a big guy. So I was like, I'm not pulling him out of this truck. So then Mackenzie's dad and Greg get him off the ground. And then
Greg was calling 911.
Greg was on the phone with 911.
You started CPR.
I started CPR. Mm-hmm. I did not do mouth to mouth because.
Okay, so this is where it's funny though to me, is because literally, Greg is like yelling at me to get back inside the house.
We turn around. So I was doing CPR for as long as I could. And then I told Jeff and Greg, and I said, we're going to have to take turns because this is hard.
Get over the David.
I was like, who's David? But anyways,
he survived, which is.
So, yeah. So then I'm like instructing Greg and Jeff like how to do the CPR and like, like
they think they're experts, but let's be real.
Yeah. But at one point I'm doing CPR and I hear Greg go, Mackenzie, get the kids in the house. And once I was finished, I like turned Mackenzie just out on the front porch with the 2 kids.
Well, I was trying to see what was going on. But then my view, I was like, because you guys were like switching off CPR. But like the way you guys did CPR was like so funny to me, because you are going first. You're all like you like look like you're like in Baywatch or something. You have like your butt up in the air and you're like, like stay alive or whatever, the beat is supposed to go to. All like fluid and like sexy. And then Greg's over there like boom, 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 athlete. And then my dad's over there like huh, huh. It was just like you guys all had very different techniques, but
he survived.
Thanks to you. He wouldn't have if you weren't here. Because my dad and Greg probably would have called 911.
Yeah.
I don't know if they would have known to like what to do.
But he did survive, which is why this story can be funny. But yeah, that was actually like so crazy.
Okay, but that's that made me think of. Well, that was number 1. You saving lives around here.
Who's David that you're thinking of?
Well, we do have a neighbor named David, but that's not. I don't know why David. Whatever.
Too good.
My bad. Okay. But then like last week, again, you come back to the rescue. I don't know what we would do without you.
Another life saved.
Honestly. Another picture painted. And I was doing something. You had left I just left 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, you weren't like at work, or we would have come to visit you. And Nash was using a stapler, as he does. Like that's a pretty normal. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like also it's a boy. Like he's
8. Like,
yeah,
I think a stapler.
Well, can he?
Maybe not. So he's like, he comes over to me and he's like, it's in me, and whatever, freaking out. And I thought he was like joking at first.
Yeah.
No, sure enough, like the staple is fully in his finger, like flat. If you follow us on the gram, you guys saw the video, I'm sure. I wish I would have done the sound effect. It's like so funny.
It is funny.
But he literally was panicking. Like, I'm not okay. I'm not going to be okay. I'm not going to be okay. Greg and I are like trying to pull it out. He's like,
didn't he say something about like it in the vein, or what was it?
It's in the vein. It could be in the vein or something. We're like, in the vein, like what? And he said he'd only let Shelly or the doctor pull it out. And I'm like, goodness. I'm like, let me call Shelly. Of course, Greg's like trying to be like, I can do it. Let me just pull it out. And he's like, no. I'm like, okay, whatever. So I call you.
Mm-hmm.
You come stumbling back on, not stumbling, you're drunk. But you, of course, like pull it out, and another life saved.
Poor little Ashy.
Yeah, he was okay.
The funniest part, though, in the video, if you get to see the original, it's so funny because
you want to subscribe.
Yeah, he's like, he's like, I can't do it. And then literally as I'm about to do it, it's like a bloody murder scream.
He's like,
yeah.
It's so funny. Now he like dies.
I mean, now it's like so funny and literally not one drop of blood.
No, it was sore the next day.
I'm sure it was,
but didn't
poor little guy.
So he's good. But
so
yeah, so those are which that like helps your case because like the fact that you've saved my kids' lives and stuff a little bit because
saved a finger.
Well, just it makes up for you like disobeying Greg and my rules. Like how literally the other day when Frankie was trying to tell Frankie was trying to tell secrets and Greg is like, we do not tell secrets in this house.
Yeah.
And then legitimately, I told you that the next day you were here telling my kids secrets, telling them not to tell me that you gave them puppuccinos.
The next thing I'm going to tell them is snitches get stitches. I'm just joking. Let me tell that story because these little
love bugs,
these little nuggets. So, Mackenzie, you were in the shower.
I was in the shower.
Yeah, you're in the shower. Jovi, what were Jovi? Jovi and I had just been outside throwing the ball with JoJo.
Yeah.
I come inside to drop Jovi off and I'm about to leave. And then Nash comes up to me and he's like, oh, I just had a squirt of whipped cream. And I was like, cool. And then, or I was like, yeah, bro. Like,
Skittles.
Yeah. And then he's like, Shelly, can you give us a puppuccino? And I'm like, where's your mom? And he's like, she's in the shower. Hurry. And I was like, okay, but, and he's like, I swear I'm not going to tell her. You can't tell her. And I'm like, okay. And then Frankie is like, yeah, can I have a puppuccino too? And then Jovi, of course.
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm not going to tell my mom. Don't tell her, Shelly. Don't tell her.
Also like, don't tell her.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to, so you guys can't. And so we had a pact, but it was so funny because I gave them each their own little puppuccino. And then I'm like, okay, we gotta like hide the evidence. So you have to and I'm like, hurry, you gotta eat it. Jovi the whole time is frantic. She panicking. She's shoveling it in her mouth. Nash, rinse my bowl.
She's like, if I come out, I'm going to be like, everybody to time out.
She was like so panicked. And then after we put it in the dishwasher, she's like, yeah, they're all like pumped. So then I was like, okay. So I yelled to Kenz. I'm like, I'm leaving. Jovi's inside. And you're like, okay, bye. Literally not 2 minutes down the road, I get a text that's like, so I heard the kids got puppuccinos. I'm like,
that you're keeping secrets.
Snitches.
And they told me, Shelly told us not to tell you.
I know.
So I'm not sure who to believe at this point. But anyways, we'll let it slide.
Jovi always tells. Well, they all tell.
Yeah.
Who was the first one to say something? Jovi?
I'm pretty sure they all came in at the exact same time
to tell
me. So yeah.
That's why. You there doesn't even need to be a rule that there's no secrets because literally
there won't be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly Frankie that tries to whisper stuff.
Yeah.
Do.
It's like a girl thing, I feel like.
Yeah. But Greg is not having that.
That's funny. That's good though.
We do not tell secrets in this. Jeez. You should hear me and Shelly tell a lot of secrets in this house.
Oh my gosh.
That is so one more child thing that I felt semi-mom guilty for.
Why?
Except for it ended up being fine is, poor Nash, how his permanent tooth is
chipped. Yes.
The other day, so when it's like we're on number 3 of reattaching it because it just pops off. Or no, he gets hit in the face and then it comes off. First of all, Nash is terrified of the dentist. Hates it. So he never even really wants to get his tooth reattached, but it's his permanent tooth, and we have the tooth piece. We did, but to store it until we have our appointment, you have to put it in milk, and the milk obviously expires, so you have to switch out the milk.
Yeah.
So I went to switch out the milk, and I don't even know why. Usually I triple check to make sure because it's a tiny piece of tooth. Really.
Yeah.
So I took a spoon out of the mason jar and I scooped up the tooth, what I thought was the tooth, and I put it on the lid. And without even double checking or thinking of it, I just dumped the jar down the sink.
Yeah.
And so I rinse it out. I'm like, okay, great. Put new milk in it. And then I scoop up the tooth and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a milk clump. It's not the tooth.
Ew.
I know. And maybe it was a day over expired. So
sick.
And I put it down the sink. I was so sad, sick to my stomach about it. But
I know.
She was it's fine. I don't want my tooth anyways.
I also feel I know. I feel from a mom's perspective, I can see your side, wanting it. But then at the same time, I feel like it's like so part of his personality now. Like it just like works for him.
He's always like he had a little chip. I don't know. I feel like it's so him
And
to,
Frankie
like,
has a
have
chip tooth.
Yeah. We have a lot of, I don't know. Everybody needs to wear mouth guards at all times around here, apparently.
And Jovi right now has a little lisp with her.
Yeah.
Do you think that'll go away?
Because Nash had that. Greg was showing me a video a while ago about, it was like of Nash around Frankie's or Joey's age, and they sounded the exact same.
Oh my gosh.
Nash had a big lisp.
I like can't remember his lisps a ton.
Also, you weren't really
When he was little.
when you were little, when he was like at
I
that
was in
age,
California.
you weren't here. You were not present in their lives.
Oh my gosh. Low blow.
I'm just kidding. You've always been present in their lives, but it was when you weren't here, so you probably don't remember as clearly.
As clearly, yeah.
Yeah.
Because little Jovi, I just love it when she says her Skittles.
Skittles.
Uh-huh.
She's so sassy. I came out of the shower. We had made scones today, and I came out of the shower, and there's like a half-eaten, like nibbled scone. And she's like, I'm like, oh my. She's like, I wasn't gonna tell you. I'm like,
See, they're the bad influence.
I guess. I don't know, but that's enough about me and my kids. Can we please talk about? I've never raped anyone. Dun, dun. This is gonna be the title of this episode. I've never raped anyone. I've never raped anyone.
So to give this story, I was gonna say
whack.
I mean, I feel like this isn't like that crazy of a story if you work in an ER because it's like people are just crazy.
Also, I feel like you just don't get scared. I would be like tripping. I'd be like,
yeah,
code red.
That means fire. So yeah, I worked the other day. I was like talking to a patient, and then another patient like was like calling for a nurse, basically. And I don't know this patient, whatever, but I feel like you can't really ignore that if someone's calling for a nurse. So, I walked into his room, and he was like asking if he could have some oxygen, and I was like, okay, you know, like he looked fine, but
he was talking,
you know, maybe he needed oxygen, whatever. I don't know this patient at all. So I'm like getting ready to like give him oxygen. And then he's just staring at me and he's like, I've never raped anyone. And he just starts saying it on repeat.
What did you do?
I just looked at him. I said, okay. Like, I'm like, how'd we go from oxygen to rape?
Yeah.
Like, that's quite this
and just like
change.
For somebody to be staring at you, saying,
yeah,
I've never raped anyone. I've never raped anyone. I've never raped anyone.
And he just starts repeating it. And I'm like, who is this patient? Like, where's their nurse?
Right. Clearly she called code red because she was not about that life either.
So then I was like, okay. And I'm like, so obviously you're breathing fine.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, so then I was like, I'm going to exit this room because you're fine and creepy.
I'm going to try to rape you.
Yeah. And so I don't know who he was trying to convince, himself or me, that he hasn't raped anybody, but
it wasn't working.
Anyways, I was going to get ready to leave the room. So I was like, putting the stuff away. And I hear him like moving. And I'm like, what the heck? And so then I like turn around and I see his feet like moving up and down. And he's like, my legs are just shaking. I'm not masturbating. And I was like,
did you let him finish before you left the room?
I just walked out. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Did you ever find out anything else? Like, or you probably aren't allowed to say it on the pod, but
no, I just left and then I went to the doctor and I said, I just met your patient and he's
feeling real good in there.
Said, I think he's breathing fine. If that was a concern.
Ew.
Yeah. So then obviously I just never went back in the room and then just told the other nurses that
the amount
probably
of only I feel like that you
male
should write a book about.
I mean, I'm sure. I feel like there's got to be books out there that people have written, but yeah. But on the case of rape or on the topic of rape, not. Anyways, I just felt like this is a segue. The series that I talked about recently.
Oh yeah, the like
text me when you get home. I've had multiple people reach out to me saying that they ended up watching it
and never went to Target again.
And first of all, they loved it, but then now, second of all, they say that they're just like terrified to go anywhere, especially Target.
Yeah.
And one of our friends, actually, I was talking to her about it, and she's like, honestly, when I go to Target now, if I see a van, I don't even go into Target at all. I just go home.
Fair.
I convince
it's
myself.
like the hot spot.
I know. And honestly,
I
I feel like I've always been like pretty aware of my surroundings. I don't get super scared that easily, but it was funny because on my way here tonight, actually, I stopped by the store.
Yeah.
And
Target?
Not Target. Okay. And so I like on my way into the store, I did notice a van that was parked like 2 or 3 cars by me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'm aware.
Yeah.
And so I'm like looking, there's nobody in there. And I'm like, okay. But I still like went farther around it.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because I'm like creating this all in my head.
Yeah.
So then I like go in the store, come back, and I see a guy getting out of the back of it.
Oh, gosh.
And in my head, I'm like, not today, kidnapper. Like, I'm like,
what's your plan?
I have my pepper spray like literally in my pocket, ready to go. And I like see him, and it's like I like make sure that he knows that I see him.
You're a badass bitch, and he's not touching you today. I will spray you with my pepper spray.
I know it, but it's like so funny because like most likely he's like not any sort of threat, but like in my head,
when you see, like white van or truck though, it's like
I know
you have to be more.
You have to be alert.
Legitimately, a real concern
in my head. Like I was gonna walk by that van, he was gonna walk by me, turn around, and someone else was gonna like come out the back, and he was gonna push me, and they were gonna. You know what I mean? Like yeah. I mean, heck no, I'd fight so hard, but in my head, like that's the scenario that's gonna happen. So I'm like, nope, not today. Like I'm way ahead of you.
Yeah, that's good, but that's good. I feel like you have to be, especially like being alone.
Yeah.
Do they take like we're together? Are they less likely to take us both?
Yeah, I think they're more likely to take. So what I've learned with all of my in-depth research is they look for opportunities. So like a female by herself, like not paying attention. So like on your phone, AirPods, which is super annoying because I work out early in the morning, like at my apartment complex, and I now never wear my AirPods, which is kind of annoying because I just don't.
But it makes sense. Somebody could come in and like.
Yeah. And if there's ever like anybody else working out, it's like I always have sight of them, which is just annoying that you have to do that because now I'm working out with no music. They have music. Or you know what I mean? Like whatever. It is what it is. But
you should just play it like on your phone until somebody comes in.
I usually do. But there's like 2 other guys that come early. Not as early, but like halfway through mine. They show up
every time.
Just about. But
do you feel like they're a threat?
No.
You could take them out.
I feel like I weigh as much as them.
Oh, good.
So, not a threat. I think I'm also taller than both of them. So, no, I don't feel like they're a threat. But it's just being aware. But I like never am on my phone anymore. And I like it like in a store. I don't like have my head down on my phone. Like it's like I'm like standing tall, looking up, looking around. Yeah.
Like I need to have better posture.
Me too. I'm like bending over because of my mic's down.
It's the mic, not us.
Yeah. I know.
But I feel like it's like hard to hold it.
It is hard to hold it.
I just thought of this. Can we, since it's in the Christmas time?
Yeah.
Christmas spirit. You know how we made our reel about Christmas gift ideas?
Oh yeah.
Let's say some of our favorite ideas to gift each other. Why do you look confused?
Because I'm like, I'm going to tell you what I got you, or like, no, you just want to know your gifts or what?
There's multiple.
I'm not saying anything else.
No, I'm more just saying, I think that it's kind of fun to, I love when people give gift ideas. Like good ideas for your best friend. Okay. I'll go first. Ideas. Literally ideas. You don't have to say what you got me.
Okay.
Which if you follow us on the gram, you saw like some top picks. Chunky scarf, our favorite mascara, Anastasia, the Merit cheek flush balm. What else do we have on there? The Lulu goods.
Lulu.
But some additional things that I think are like really good, cute gift ideas. Ready? A combo of like some like high.
Oh, high socks. Yeah.
High socks. Cute socks. But like then tie a ribbon around it with like a pair of earrings or like
cute. Yeah.
And then like maybe like a little spray of holly to make it festive.
Oh my god.
You wouldn't appreciate that part, but
I'm sure it'll look great.
Some other ideas.
Some cute Nikes.
Yeah. I actually like these slippers a lot too.
Your outfit.
Aviator Nation sweatshirt. No, okay. Another idea though that
I would like to show this one.
Oh yeah, you can make custom sweatshirts of your pet or your human.
My little.
Do they do it for humans?
I'm gonna get you a sweatshirt with the Craig's face on it.
Cut out.
Yes. My little sister got me this sweatshirt, custom made. It even says JoJo.
It's actually really cute.
It is really vibey.
But that's a good idea. Like
it is
something.
I'll get you one with Jet.
No thanks. But that's cute. And then I had an idea of something else, but then the anthro blankets. The thick
that
ones
is anthro like
anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say their home section. I mean, they have just so many cute things.
Yeah.
Also, a big come up recently is Urban Outfitters. I feel like I've bought multiple things. Yeah, because I feel like they have whatever they have is how do I say this? They have a lot of fun brands UGG or but they're all they're more
the trendier type
trendy
stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to find the word for it, but they have the bright colors or they have more extreme styles or something, but they're cute.
I know. I forget about. I used to love Urban back in the day.
I never shopped at Urban honestly, and then I feel in the last couple of years I just look because when I moved into my apartment I was looking for cute decor and I feel they have a lot of that stuff. Yeah
that's a good spot actually. It's cute. Anything else? I don't know why. I just was thinking that's kind of a fun thing.
I'm trying to think of other gift ideas but in my head it's I'm just thinking of the gifts I bought you, so I'm not gonna just start listing that off.
Yeah. But yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Those are good gifts.
They are. No, they are. And the one thing that we didn't do at Sephora that we are going to is that lip mask.
But yeah, the
I put that.
How do you say it?
I don't know.
Lineage.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Lena. I honestly don't know.
I don't know either. But
it's called Lineage or something. Somebody's gonna be like, "You idiot!" It's called.
Yeah, I know, but
I like that stuff a lot. It's a cute gift too.
It is cute. It smells really good too.
Yeah, but any sort of cute jewelry, the basics. But you wouldn't appreciate the holly wrapped on top.
I mean, I would. I mean, I'm sure it looks really cute. You're
oranges.
Just really good at. Yeah, I mean,
you didn't appreciate my.
I do appreciate. I think they look great. I just. When you were telling me that, you're I'm baking my oranges. I said,
you make garland out of it. It's a cute drink. Anybody who wants to make
garnish,
garnish with oranges. You just cut them, slice them thin.
Okay,
put some cinnamon sugar on them.
In my defense,
let me make the recipe. Okay. People might want to make this. Put them in the oven for 7 hours, flipping halfway through on 200 on a cookie sheet, and then it makes your house smell so festive. Some cinnamon and sugar on it gives a little extra shine, and then you can either string them. I have them in a bowl. I like to put them on my festive drinks that I make all the time.
That's what she told me. She said, "I'm gonna string my oranges," and I said,
"Literally,
what?" It's
I thought I was putting balls. I mean, of oranges on string. Did you?
That's what my first thought was, and I was like, what?
Really
so I have never seen that before.
Trendsetter,
Some.
No, that's funny though. But it's cute. It's such an easy decor.
Well, now that it's in your bowl, next to other festive things. I love your house. It's the North Pole.
It really is the North Pole because there's probably 18 massive boxes in my entryway that all belong to you. But literally it's to the point, I'm not even kidding. Yesterday, Joby opens the door and it's a package. Also, she needs to stop doing this. I was in the shower and then I came out and she's like, "We got a package." And I'm like, "Why? You are not allowed to open the door when I'm in the shower." Oh my gosh. Talk about easy target. But the other day I hear her and she's like, "We got a package." She said somebody's at the door. She opens the door. It's a package. She goes, "Oh, it's just for Shelly." It's she just assumes at this point, anytime there's a package, it's for you. So you add it to your stack.
I walked in and I was just like, you got a lot of packages.
There's literally probably 10 big boxes.
I know.
So yeah, it does look like the North Pole, you know. But
I mean, I was talking about all your cute decor.
I know. I appreciate that.
Because your house is very festive.
Thanks, Jill. A lot of work, you know?
Yeah.
North Pole ready.
I can't get a tree in my house because I think JoJo will mark his territory.
Ew. Do you think he actually would?
I think he would. Like, obviously, he doesn't pee in the house.
Yeah.
But I think if I put a plant in the house, like a tree, like he'd be like,
you should try.
this is fair game.
Okay, my mom, actually, you know what? At Costco,
I'm going to get a palm tree. Put some lights
festive.
on it. I know.
A PSA for anybody who wants a little mini tree. She got like a tree. It's in a basket, and it's a little tree that has. It came with the lights on it and a star on top of it.
Cute.
Costco. You should get one of those. It's cute, and you can put it on your counter or something.
Oh, like it's small enough
basket. So maybe he wouldn't pee on the basket.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, there's more.
Or like put like a rug under it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I think if I put like a legit Christmas tree in there, he would pee on it, especially a real one. Yeah. Like he's like, why can I not pee on this
in here?
Yeah.
But then it might save you some time. You don't have to take him out to the bathroom as often.
Sick. That is so nasty.
Well, he has been having a lot of issues.
I know. He has such a sensitive stomach.
I mean, it's one thing like getting up in the middle of the night when you're crying, but to let a dog outside in the middle of the night,
it's the worst. And it's been
for some Rhea runs.
Like literally yesterday. So he never, like JoJo's not allowed on my bed or couch. Definitely not my bed. But like the couch, if he's invited up, I can just wipe it off.
If he's invited.
He knows he has to be invited on the couch.
What do you say? JoJo, you're now allowed to.
No, if I'm like sitting on the couch and I decide I want him, I say, okay, come on. And he'll like hop up. But he won't just like get on it.
Yeah.
But I always know if he like has to go to the bathroom like ASAP, because if I'm sleeping, he'll put his paws on my bed, which I'm like, he knows he's not supposed to do that. Yeah. So it's like, he's like dire need, like I have to go.
Shit all over your floor.
Literally. So last night, I was like so thankful I'd like finished all this homework, and I was like in bed by like 7:45, and it felt so good because I've been waking up so early.
Yeah.
This dude was on the hour, like feet up or paws up, and I'm like, I take him outside, explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, just get him diapers.
Can he borrow some of Jody's?
Yeah. We're trying to get her out of the diapers. Honestly, though.
I was like, it's one of those things that I was like so annoyed because it's first of all freezing outside.
Yeah.
I'm so tired, like so wanted to just go to sleep.
And those are the scenarios where I'd be scared to just be out.
I'm not scared when I'm with him because homeboy, if it's dark outside and you even like walk by me, he is growling at you. Yeah. Like 1000%. And if you have a hood on, he does not like hoods.
Yeah.
During that night. Yeah. Anyways, so hopefully tonight he's feeling a little bit better.
Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. But yeah. Do we have any other things that we want to get caught up on in life before? You have like a lot of work ahead, a lot of work days ahead.
You do.
Clinical. You're really busy out here these days. I'm going out of town tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun.
Idaho.
I almost made a joke.
You know, like how they used to say it. Well, no, it's
Idaho. Idaho.
Yeah, but it's like, you're already saying that I'm the hoe, so why are you saying no, Idaho? Because that was just Idaho, and then you would say no, Idaho. But you're like, I already said I was.
But it's just like a play on words.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that to your kids today, actually, but I refrained.
Probably good,
because I feel like Nash would enjoy that.
I was at Idaho. No,
Idaho.
Say that to his teacher. Sure, I'd get a call home.
I'm sure you would.
Yeah. Well, that kind of wraps up this week.
Yeah.
Except randomness, but I kind of like doing that. It's kind of fun.
I know. I almost like that better.
Random stuff. Yeah. And as always, if there's any like topics that you guys either want us to recircle back towards or really anything, feel free to like message us or leave in our comments what you want us to talk about. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Effortless Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
Bye.